What's up? I just finished seeing Queen and Slim a couple of nights ago. Off the back, let's get this clear. I was not gonna see this movie originally. That's because I was just tired of every time a new black movie came out recently, it tried to push the whole cops versus us agenda. It was like a repeating thing. I'm like, well, could you get some original plot behind it too? And in this one, it was a difference. It was a little bit of a difference. Plus, I had to support my boy Daniel Kaluuya, as you might know from Get Out, movies like Widows, which if you haven't seen Widows, please see it. His character in that movie is phenomenal. It's like no other character he's played before. He almost carried that movie. He almost carried that movie for me. Yeah. So I had to go support my boy Daniel Kaluuya, and I hope to see him in many more fantastic movies. So let's get into that positive part of this movie. I like how this movie was shot. This movie was shot in such a way. Let me explain. There are certain scenes where two people are talking and the dialogue is like telepathy. In that manner, I mean that they're speaking, but their mouths are not moving. And they're like doing a slow motion type movement while this is going on. And you have to fully understand what I'm talking about, you have to see the movie. And I thought it was great. I thought that was great. Also, it has an old school 80s, 70s to 80s feel to it from the look. And you know it's not based in the 70s or the 80s, obviously. But still, it had that look. So that gave it a little bit of a difference, which I liked. And visually, that was pretty cool. I like the contrast, and I had to think about this for a minute. But the director was going for a contrast between the things you don't do, or the negativity, and the positivity of this whole, the Black Lives Matter, Cops versus us types thing going on. They actually did a good job on that. I'm not even gonna lie. Alright. So those are the things I appreciated about the movie. It also had some comical parts in it that I liked. And there was a character that kind of carried that, and his name is Uncle. I forgot his name, but Uncle. He's an uncle in this, and he's also a pimp, and he's played by Bokeem Woodbine, as you may know from Jason's Lyric and movies like Dead Presidents. All right, if you haven't seen those movies, go see them for the youngsters. His character is that's probably my favorite character in the movie. Not even gonna lie. So with that being said, let's get into the negative parts of this movie, because there are negative parts. Let's start with the couple. Let's start with Queen and Slim. This movie should have been called Bad Decisions, because between those two, they make some of the worst decisions ever. It made me scratch my head. It made me say why. It made me say why so many times when those two got together. Well, they were always together. Between those two, let's just put it like this. Queen, oh my God, her attitude was so bad, and she would usually just jump to conclusions about things, and it usually didn't end up well. And then you have Slim, who was so stupid, and I hate to do that to my boy Daniel Kaluuya, because that was his character. He was an idiot. He just made the dumbest decisions. And there's a part in the movie where my favorite character, played by Bokeem Woodbine, says a certain thing. So he says, I think he's a little slow. I laughed, so I knew he was gonna say it before he even said it. That killed me. Oh, it killed me. So yeah, those two characters, those are the main characters. They just, they made my head hurt. Also, there were decisions between other characters in this movie that I really didn't understand why those decisions were made. There's one big decision between a specific character that didn't make any sense at all. And I don't know why that was a thing. They could have been a cutout in the movie. They could have cut that out and put it in the deleted scenes or something. They didn't have to. What? It was pointless. It was pointless. And maybe it was shown to show more negative situations about this subject. I don't know, but it kind of irritated me a little bit. Other than that, I mean, it seemed to be a decent movie. You know, I liked it a little more than I thought I was gonna like it. To say that, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know, and it's 1 point for Black Cinema, because it's a very interesting movie. It is an interesting, whether you hate some points and views. It's all about points and views with this movie. What's your view on police brutality, so and so and so on? It's all about your view. How you're going to like this movie. And I thought it was very interesting. And you know, there are some shocking surprises and not twists, but some like, ooh, dang, I felt that coming, but I didn't know it was gonna happen like that type things. And you'll need to check this out. All right. And on that point, I am surprisingly gonna give it a hell yeah. Go check it out. Go check it out. It makes for good watch. Not gonna lie, and I probably will get this when it comes out on Blu-ray. Alright? I want y'all to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.